Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Starting to get in some more off-season college football videos here. There'll be some shorts out kind of reviewing the season, and I thought I'd do a long-form video on the Colorado Buffaloes. Obviously, this isn't really about the Colorado Buffaloes. This is much more about Deion Sanders, and yeah, he's probably going to change college football forever. So in the age of the NIL and transfer portal, you really do think of not of coaches, you think of players. But this is almost an NIL coaching deal, right? So Deion Sanders, one of the most legendary and electric to watch players and athletes of all time in the NFL and MLB, was able to play both at an elite level. And when you think of Deion Sanders, think of primetime, right? That's him. And the fact that he's got a nickname like that, that's just, universal, shows you how electric of a player he was. And now he's come back. He started coaching, I think, high school football for a bit with his sons. And now he's going to be coaching college football. He coached, I believe it was 2 seasons, if not 3, at Jackson State, had a ton of success, and was able to win, I think, 2 Celebration Bowls. He lost the one this year at the end of the game on that overtime. But through his partnership with Barstool, he had a documentary series where you kind of see all behind him. He's always got cameras on him. Everything's going viral. I think Amazon's also now copying Barstool's idea and having a thing come out about him on Prime, which is pretty funny. I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't sponsored by Amazon Prime already, Prime Time on Prime, something like that. But yeah, he's going to be the new head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, a once very good program. One of the worst teams last year. I think it'll come out in my shorts if it's not already out, that I believe, where's the worst teams against the spread? Yeah, they were tied for the worst team in the country against the spread. They were 2-10. I believe they were 1-11 straight up with a win over Cal. Yeah, not great. But he's got a lot of talent. He being Deion, he's bringing in. There was that viral clip where he comes in the locker room and he goes, I'm bringing a lot of bags with me, and they're Louis. And everyone got all mad. And this is going to be the big hard-o take from a former fringe college athlete and myself. If my coach, did something like that, a new coach comes in and he was pretty straight up. He's like, hey, look, we're going to raise the bar around here. First of all, raising the bar from 1-11 is physically and literally pretty not hard to do. So that part people being mad about is dumb, but, people are dumb, especially online and when it comes to sports. So that's not surprising in the slightest. But being honest about the fact that you're going to replace these guys is nice. These guys can come in and they can, transfer out and get other options, especially in the portal. It's pretty simple to do now. So I think it's a good thing. But looking here at the rankings, so in the recruiting rankings, they were 6th in the country, 6th in the conference when it comes to recruiting. They had 3 4-stars and 14 3-stars. Now, a few of these guys stayed because they were going to come and recruit, and it was oh, nice, let's go. They were going to come to Colorado anyway, and now they're in a much better situation, so that works out well. But the fact that Deion, so late in the recruiting cycle was able to even get a half-decent class shows you just exactly what's going to happen. In addition to that, if you look at the transfer portal ratings, this is all according to 247sports.com. He brings in Travis Hunter, the top transfer portal player. He was number 1 recruit in the country last year. He had multiple people after him this year when he entered the portal, and multiple people last year after him. He was a corner and also played wide receiver at Jackson State. I don't know if he'll play both sides of the ball at Colorado, but it would be awesome if he did. Seydou Traore, a tight end coming in from Arkansas State. Another transfer from Jackson State is his son, Deion Sanders, who sneaky could be a Heisman guy. I don't think he will be. He'll definitely be in a discussion because of the hype machine behind Deion and everything going on. But I don't know if he'll actually play to that level. But he's going to be awesome to watch. Good dual threat quarterback. Jimmy Horn, another 4-star guy, and then a bunch of 3-star dudes from around the country that all wanted to come in. So they've got 10 transfer portal players. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 3-stars, 3 4-stars, and 1 5-star. They're going to do much better than last year. And this is going to be a long-term project for Colorado. Again, for Colorado, not for Deion. I don't know if Deion will stay the whole time, but for Colorado, it's going to be a long-term project. It's a good time for Deion to come in to the Pac-12 because he can test himself against the California schools in USC and UCLA before they join the Big Ten, and they probably replace him with something like Fresno and San Diego State, something like that. But you can test yourself against those schools now. The conference is going to get worse. Just by at least up front, by losing those two schools immediately. I don't know if long term, but probably. And then with the expanded playoff coming in 2 seasons, you could probably be the second best team in your conference and still get in. It'll be harder with this conference like the Pac-12, especially if it's getting weaker. But once you change the narrative around your school, people are going to be nicer. The college football playoff is kind of like an elite, like a men's club or something. As soon as you get in there and people know your last name, you're fine, right? And you can run off your last name for a long time, right? A team like Alabama this year was objectively bad. Like, change Alabama's name to, what's an example? Like, Ole Miss, right? Would people really be like, Ole Miss deserves to be in the playoff over Ohio State at 10-2? No, it was because of Saban and because of Alabama. So if you put, 2 Pac-12 teams, it'd probably be easier for Oregon and Utah to get in, but it'd be different for Colorado to get in, right? But now you look at a team like TCU, they're in. I have a feeling once you get in, especially winning a playoff game, you have a lot more benefit of the doubt, right? Michigan was talking about, they could come in and sneak in. Ohio State could stay in. 2 teams in the conference is easier to do when they're established teams, if that makes any sense. Sorry for the side rant. But what I'm trying to say is if he can build up some momentum at Colorado and, not win the conference, but like lose in the championship game or be the 3rd team out, that would be big. If you look at the the Pac-12 this year, they've got a lot of quarterbacks that are going to be leaving, right? So you have Bo Nix that's going to be leaving next year. Caleb Williams will be leaving next year. I know they're leaving the conference, but you know what I mean. Cam Rising will be leaving next year. Michael Penix will be leaving next year. So if you get, this is a good building year for Colorado. You go like 5-7, 6-6. We can get the ball rolling and start building momentum off of that. You get a full recruiting cycle for Deion, a full portal. People will see what's going on there because the NIL abilities between Barstool and Amazon to be putting yourself in front of these other audiences, it's going to be unbelievable to the value, right? Shedeur Sanders has become a household name. Like, seriously, if Travis Hunter was a cornerback and went to Florida State, outside of like Jalen Ramsey, I don't know if anyone could name me like a corner that was like a big stud recruit all the way through, wire to wire, right? Travis Hunter, this guy streams on Twitch, right? I can go on Twitch right now and watch him play some video games and watch him do stuff like that. And that's because of Deion and those guys. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if he's at Florida State because he's on Barstool and, he's super popular and, like, you see him on all these shows and things, It helps. And it helps his NIL. Like, he can make money off of Twitch. I'm assuming he probably couldn't if you were in college because there was that one YouTube kicker that, like, had to give up his YouTube channel or keep playing. I think it was Destroying, maybe. I might be making that up. But, it's just – a lot of things to be going on. I think that this is going to be an incredible thing to watch. That first game that they play against Nebraska is going to be must-watch TV. I think Game Day should go there. I don't know what games are going to be that week, but, man, that's going to be something awesome. I know Barstool is going there for their Game Day, but that's obviously because Deion's technically an employee of the company or a contractor or whatever you want to say. But, I think Colorado could sneaky make a bowl game this year, and then you could see some serious offers from some major Power 5 schools. But Colorado was kind of a sleeping giant, Great location, great campus, a lot of good facilities, indoor practice facility, which is big, and the elevation so that you can get, some extra cardio in. So I'm a big fan of the Buffaloes this year. I'm going to be all in on them. I might make another video after spring ball or just kind of, some shorts if Deion does some crazy stuff, feral stuff. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe, and thank you for the support. Go Buffs.